All right, sweet. So, first question for you, Dean, is who are you? What's your company called, and where are you located?
I'm Dean Poling from Dolphin Group Incorporated in Uniontown, Ohio.
Awesome. What were the main challenges or problems that you were facing before you started working with us at SwiftSocial?
Um, Lack of lead quality issues with print advertising, not producing good quality leads, or actually much of any lead at all, lead volume at all. So,
Was that the primary way that you were getting leads before you started working with us, or how were you getting most of your generator leads?
um, well, we get a lot through referrals. We are fortunate to have been around the block for quite a while, so we have a very strong customer base, and we get a lot of referrals. A lot of our local community know who we are, know that we're very reputable,
Mm-hmm.
take good care of customers. So that's helpful. I would say that's where the majority of our lead volume is coming from. Also, Generac as a marketing machine, they produce
Mm-hmm.
pretty stable leads. Lead volume coming in for us.
Yeah, yeah. You're talking like with the power play and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Um, how has our service that we provided you? Because up until this point, I know we were just talking about the Google ads, but up until this point, we've been working together doing strictly Facebook ads for you guys. How long have we been working together? By the way, I should have checked that before the meeting. This has been at least a few months now.
I think it's been about 3, 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 months. Sweet. So we've been doing primarily, actually, only the Facebook ads for you so far. What have the results kind of been like with those? Like, what's like lead flow been like? How's the lead quality been? Even though it's kind of apples to oranges with Facebook and other lead sources, like how have those been for you?
Lead volume has been great. I mean, we get a steady influx of leads every single day. Um, so that's been great. Quality, I would say, is much better quality leads. Um, and what I'm finding is that mostly, with a lot of leads that we get through, other advertising, power play, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get people to call you back. It's like
Yeah.
they're briefly interested in buying a generator, and then I don't know, they find out what it costs or what, and they're deterred pretty easily. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Seems
Yeah.
like Facebook leads, most people at least want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm usually able to get people on the phone that want to talk about it. I mean, obviously, there's some people that you can't get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah. How many people, I mean, like what percentage, it doesn't have to be an exact number, but if you got to know off the top of your head, like what percent of these leads that we get you, would you say that you do end up getting on the phone and having a conversation with, or someone at your company, you know?
I'd say probably about 60 to 70%.
Hmm. Yeah, which is good for Facebook leads for sure. So 60 to 70%. And do you pre-qualify them on the phone as it stands right now and stuff too, and then set them into an appointment right there? And like, what are the numbers kind of roughly on that? If you know?
I try, my goal is to get in the door. So I
Yeah, yeah,
try and get
yeah.
people, I try to get in the door. I'll kind of do what it takes to get people in the door.
Mhm.
But that's a hard number. We have a lot of conversations with people. I am, perfectly comfortable giving pricing over the phone if somebody wants to inquire about it, in a generalized way.
Yeah.
Uh, I'd say out of those leads, maybe about 20% I can get in the door and set an appointment.
Mhm.
At the door.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you know, and forgive me for asking all the numbers and stuff like that. I should have had you prepare them before maybe, but do you know roughly how many estimates you guys have been on now since we started working together with the
I
Swift Social leads? Or
know that, but I do know that of the
uh,
estimates that I have been on, I mean, I close about 60 to 70% of them. So
awesome. Do you know how many installs you guys have closed roughly since we started working together?
I think our first month we did an additional 12 or 13
Awesome.
installations. So
Yeah. Sweet.
pretty strong. I was very
Yeah.
impressed by that right off the bat. I mean, that kind of
Yeah.
proved the science to me right away. And I
That's
think
great.
we've exceeded that. I mean, last month, I think we were probably closer to 20.
Awesome. And so if we've been together for 3 to 4 months now, something like that, do you know roughly how many total you think you've closed from our service or from our leads?
I don't have that number, but, you know, based on just 3 months, um, I'd say at least 50 jobs.
Awesome. And what's your, I mean, you don't have to share this if you want, but what's your average ticket price or what's it kind of around? I think most of our clients are somewhere around like 13.5, 14 is kind of like an average generator install price. Are you guys kind of around there too? Or like how are you priced? Maybe compared to competitors and stuff in your area? Like, are you on the lower end? Are you like mid range, like premium? Where are you kind of at?
Well, I try to be, I try to be lower than the competition and better than the competition. So
Yeah.
we're a little on the lower end there
Mm-hmm.
on average. On average, probably closer to 12.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Well, that's great though. Um, what aspects of our system or service would you say that you like the most?
Um, it's just really easy. I mean, we get the leads multiple ways. So even if I'm out in the field, on site visits, installations, whatever I'm doing, at least our leads come to the office too. So the office can reach out to people, make a first contact with them and let them know that, I'll be in touch with them shortly. Um,
Awesome.
so yeah, I've just found the whole thing really easy to use. I mean, yeah. And like I said, I think that the average person that I talk to really is interested in talking about, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a generator. They at least want information. And I tell people all the time, phone calls are free. So
Yeah.
to talk to anybody about, any questions that they might have and give them a good idea of what they're looking at, um, to do a whole home standby generator. So,
Yeah. That's great. Do you take pretty much all the phone calls and stuff now from the leads, or do you have someone at the office helping you with that too, or like what's that like?
yeah, the office helping, and Dale helps too. So we kind of divide it up. Um, we try and get to them quick. I mean, that's the most
Yeah,
important
that's
thing.
the key. Yeah,
The whole speed to lead thing, I really am a
hmm
believer in that.
yeah,
So
same here. Yeah,
yeah, that's really important. But it's not always
yeah,
possible for me. If I'm
hmm
with another customer, I can't just drop, what I'm
right.
doing
No,
call.
yeah,
So that's where the office does step in and does a pretty good job. So that we make
yeah.
sure that. And I've actually had people say how impressed they were that we got back to them so quick. They were like,
That's
"Wow, I
great.
didn't
Yeah.
expect you to call so fast."
Yeah, no, that's great. That we tell people all the time. Like I have like Caden and stuff tells people all the time. Like speed delete. Like you guys got to be following up quickly, and it makes a huge difference. Like a lot of people doubt it at first. I found, and then once they start doing it, I think you probably did it off the bat, but yeah, it makes a huge difference. So
It does. Yeah.
I hear
Awesome.
that. Yeah, have you kind of a weird question? Have you bought anything or done anything cool with the extra money that you guys have made since you started working with us, or even just reinvested in the company or anything like that?
Um, yeah, I mean, we're constantly reinvesting in the company. I mean, we bought a new van a couple
So,
months ago, a new service van. We like to keep our vehicles fresh. Um, yeah. So yeah, also thinking about doing some more investing in some of the other advertising avenues that you have. I mean, honestly,
mhm.
since this has been so successful, we want to see what else we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy to stay in the call with you afterwards and talk more about the Google ads. But I think, I mean, we probably have it in the wrong order. I mean, I'm starting to tell our sales guy and stuff now, or my sales guy, I'm telling him like, hey, we should probably sell people on Google ads first and then upsell on Facebook later, to be honest, because like if you can be successful, like you've been very much so with the Facebook ads, with Google ads, it's so much easier because, like I said, the lead quality, like yes, leads cost more, but they're so much higher quality. They're so much more like they close at a way higher percentage. They get on the phone at a higher percentage. It's kind of like training wheels. You know what I mean? Compared to Facebook.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah. Um, what would you say to other contractors or other generator installers who are maybe considering our services, but they're kind of on the fence about it, right? Because there's a lot of marketing companies out there you probably know that are, they'll blow smoke up, where um, and that's just kind of how the marketing industry is, unfortunately. But like, what would you say to someone who's maybe considering it? They see our ads all the time. They don't know if the testimonials are real. Like, what would you say to that person?
I would say don't be skeptical. Try
Yeah.
it for yourself. I mean, the fact that you guys are like kind of a no obligation type of organization, it's kind of like a no brainer. I mean, you listen to all these people in your industry telling you, hey, this is what it did for me. You kind of be foolish not to at least get on the phone with Mitch
Yeah.
and see what he has to say. That's the way I felt about it.
Yeah.
Uh, I also
Absolutely.
have, inherently an open minded person too. So, I know that Facebook is it goes after your needs. And, me as an electrical contractor, generator installer, they obviously thought, hey, go after him for your services. I'm sure you
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
the same algorithm on me. I'm
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I
person.
hear people say that all the time. It's like they see one of my ads one time, then it just follows them around forever. Like they click
Yeah,
it once, and
that's
I'm
true.
like, I got you. Yeah.
But
Eventually. So
hey, I mean, I'm happy for that. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's all a need and met the need, and I've been just thrilled with services. So I also really appreciate the communication aspect.
Mhm.
Uh, Hayden's constantly reaching out to me every week. Asking status updates and stuff. I think that's really cool that you guys are. Because with us, we like that small family business feel, and
Mhm.
for our customers to know
Yeah.
that they're important to us, that they're not just another number, another sale, or whatever.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate that aspect of it too, because it feels like that with you guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's a really good match for us.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, and just to clarify too for people who are maybe watching this in the future, yeah. So like when you sign up with us, you get an assigned client success manager, right? And in your case, that's Caden. And then I mean, you have the texting line, so you can text him whenever you want, and he'll respond back to you there. You can book in the check-in calls, right? Which I don't know how often you do those with him, but you have unlimited check-in calls, right? So you can whenever you want, you can just book it on his calendar and get on a phone call with him. Um, I'm happy to help out clients as my time is available too. Um, yeah, that's fantastic. So, I guess last question for you: how would you describe your experience overall working with us to someone who once again is kind of thinking about it but they're not sure? Like, what's your overall experience been with us?
Excellent from start to finish. I mean, it's been just phenomenal.
Awesome.
Easy. I'm not the most tech savvy guy. Luckily, I have people in the office that are.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but even the whole setup process was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, and right now, it's like I have yet to have any issues. It's just kind of like the train keeps rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Gotten leads while we've been on our conversation. I'm sure, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
of the my phone buzzing as we're talking. So
Well, that's good. I won't keep you too much longer. I'll let you get back to him. But okay, yeah, that was my last question. So I'll end this recording real quick, and then I'm happy to sit in here for a couple minutes and talk with you, maybe with the Google ads or whatever you want. So thank
sounds
you,
good.
Dean. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.